Yeah, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of our deep dive series on daily coding challenges. I'm excited to have today, and yeah, you to join now us as we explore interesting problems, sharpen our problem solving skills, and dive deep into algorithm and data structures. And whether you are preparing for interviews or just love coding, this series is designed to help you grow and succeed. Let's get started now. Our problem today it is easy, so check if binary string has at most one segment. Okay, of one. So given a binary string is without leading zero, we need to return true if s contain at most one a contiguous segment of ones. Otherwise, return false. Okay, for example, this one we have 1001. This is false because the ones don't form a contiguous segment. Okay, this examples 110, this is true because we have two ones already formed as a contiguous segment, and the s dot length is in range from 1 to 100, and s of I is either 0 or 1, just binary, and s of 0 is is 1. Okay, so there is some hint. Yeah, we can check it if we already stuck in something. And now we can starting with a clear approach for this problem. And as usual, we starting with understanding the problem. We need to restate the problem, and then we can walk through on some example as we go here. And then we need to ask smart question or clarifying questions to remove ambiguity again. Yeah, for example, should an input with no ones, for examples, maybe zeros, all of them zeros, this is we can return it true. Yeah, we can also assume yes, and already this depend on the answers of the interviewer. And another question we can say, are there any constraints on string length? As you see now here, this was in range from 1 to 100, and also is a string always non-empty and only contains 0 and 1. This is already based on constraints also, yes. And we can also ask another question related to should we consider only contiguous segment or not isolated ones and so on. This is also yes. Yeah, so based on the requirement, we can already state from our assumptions the string contains only 0 and 1, and the string is non-empty, and we return true if there are 0 or 1 segments of ones. Okay, there are a lot of edge cases we need to handle, like yeah, all of them are zeros. We can, in this case, to return true, and all of them are zero are ones. We can also return true. This is already formed a segment of ones, and maybe we have single character like one. We can return it true or zero, return it true also, and alternating like this example one. No, no, not here. 101, for example, this is we will return false, and maybe we have ones at the start or end. Okay, ones. Okay, so in this case we can return true as already ones at the beginning or at the end and so on. Maybe we have also multiple segment like 110011. Yeah, this is already false. Okay. Yeah, after reading the problem and understanding everything, so we need to really to thinking about the algorithm or the intuitions. How can we solve this problem? So I'm thinking about the scan the string from left to right, and the count is a number of transition from 0 to 1. And if more than one segment of ones is found, we can return false. Okay, so we can initialize a flag to track if we are in a segment of ones, and it reads through the string. And when a ones is found after a zero, increment the segment count, and we can check after that if segment count greater than 1, I can return false and return it true at the end. Okay, this is already yeah my thinking. So yeah, you need to share your thoughts with the interviewer. Yeah, we can starting with broad force, which is also the optimized technique. So I think I have just one solution now for this problem: to scan the string, count the number of one segments, and segment start to when a 1 follow a 0 is or is at the start or something like that. So this complexity will be big of n. Yeah, this is scan each character once, and big of 1 as all the counters. This is as a space, so big of n as a time and big of 1 as a space. So this is why it works, because this is directly count segments. Okay, so if we need to starting solution direct, yeah, this is one one two. Okay, so yeah, let's start now with already yeah, we can starting with only a few variables scan string once, so we need to uh, create this one segments. This segments I will initialize it with 0. This is count segments. I think here it is not correct. And then I can iterate loop over the string. So for int I equal 0 and I less than is dot size, and also plus plus I. So we are now iterating over the string. So I will check if s of I will check if s of I equal 1, and also, and we need to check also if I equal 0 and s of I minus 1 equal 0. Okay, if I equal 0, okay, or s of I minus 1 equal 0. At this case, yeah, we check for new segment. So I will segments plus plus. This is first one, increment segment count, and if segments if this segment greater than 1, I will return false, and other than all of these, I will, if I didn't return false, I will return true. Okay, so yeah, here for examples, here it is early exit for if more than one segment. Okay, so this is our solution, and we can test it now, so we see it. Yeah, it is now, it is okay, so we can submit it. Yeah, it is good. So for optimized techniques, I don't have any solution rather than this. Yeah, so this complexity time is big of n as a time and big of 1 as a space. But I'm thinking about we can using, yeah, some alternative approach like regex for to check for 0 1 plus 1 pattern but less readable. So this is just the question. We can after that trace the code with any examples mentioned here for examples 1001. And if you check this is 1, we can check if we have this example, this 1001. At the beginning we have I0 and s of 0 1, and I equal 0, or s of I minus 1 equal 0. This segments equal 1, and we can move to I 1. Okay, y equal 1, s of I, s of 1 here it is 0, and 0 here we'll skip, and then we will check I equal 2 here, I equal 2, and s of 2 now it is 0, we will skip, and again at I equal 0, s of I equal 3, and s of 3 equal 1, and s of 2 equals 0. Okay, and segment 2 now segments equal 2, so I will return false here because we greater than 1. Okay, and another example, if we have this 110 at I equal 0, we have s of 0 1, and I equal 0, so segments equal 1, and at I equal 1 we have s of I equal 1, and s of 1 equal 1, and s of 0 equal 1. So I will skip, and at these points I2 is to equal 0. Okay, so I will skip, so at the end I will return this true. Yeah, this is just here for this approach. Yeah, thank you so much, and see you next episode inshallah. Bye bye.